Siddhartha Gautam was born to King Shuddhodhan and Queen Maya. According to legend, Queen Maya dreamt of a white elephant entering her side, symbolizing the birth of a great being. At his birth, sages predicted Siddhartha would either become a great king or a spiritual leader who would transform the world. King Shuddhodhana, desiring Siddhartha to be a ruler, sheltered him within the luxurious confines of the palace. The prince grew up surrounded by beauty and comfort, excelling in learning and martial arts. At 16, he married the virtuous Yasodhara, and they had a son, Rahul. Despite his privileges, Siddhartha often felt a deep dissatisfaction, sensing there was more to life beyond the palace walls. At 29, Siddhartha ventured outside the palace and encountered the foresights that profoundly altered his worldview. 1. An old man, he saw the frailty of aging for the first time. 2. The sick man, he realized the inevitability of illness and suffering. 3. A corpse, he confronted the finality of death. 4. A wandering ascetic, inspired by the ascetic's serenity, Siddhartha saw a possible path to overcome life's suffering. These sights ignited a yearning to seek the truth about human suffering and its resolution. He decided to leave his royal life to find answers to these profound questions. One night, Siddhartha silently bid farewell to his sleeping wife and son. Accompanied by his loyal charioteer Channa and his horse Kantaka, he crossed the borders of his kingdom. There, he renounced his princely life, cutting off his hair and exchanging his royal attire for a simple robe. This marked the beginning of his journey as a spiritual seeker. Siddhartha sought guidance from renowned teachers such as Alar Kalam and Uddaka Ramputta, mastering advanced meditation techniques. However, these teachings did not lead to the ultimate truth he sought. He then joined a group of ascetics practicing extreme self-mortification, believing that severe austerities would lead to enlightenment. For 6 years, Siddhartha starved himself, enduring immense physical suffering. Eventually, he realized that self-torment was not the path to liberation. Rejecting extreme asceticism, he embraced the middle path, a balanced approach avoiding both indulgence and deprivation. Strengthened by this insight, he resolved to discover the truth through meditation. At 35, Siddhartha sat beneath a Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, vowing not to rise until he attained enlightenment. Over several days and nights, he meditated deeply, confronting doubts, fears, and the temptations of Mara, the Lord of Desire. Mara tried to sway Siddhartha with illusions of fear and pleasure, but he remained steadfast. On the full moon night, Siddhartha attained enlightenment. He realized the Four Noble Truths. 1. Life is suffering, dukkha. 2. Suffering arises from craving, tanha. 3. The cessation of suffering is possible, nirvana. 4. The path to the cessation of suffering is the Eightfold Path. He also understood the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, samsara, and the workings of karma. Siddhartha became the Buddha, the awakened one. The Buddha's first sermon at Sarnath, known as the Dhammacakka Pavatana Sutta, setting the wheel of Dhamma in motion, marked the beginning of his teaching journey. He explained the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, which includes 1. Right view. 2. Right intention. 3. Right speech. 4. Right action. 5. Right livelihood. 6. Right effort. 7. Right mindfulness. 8. Right concentration. The sermon led to the enlightenment of his first disciples, including the 5 ascetics he had previously joined. Together, they formed the Sangha, the monastic community dedicated to spreading the Buddha's teachings. The Buddha traveled extensively across India, teaching kings, merchants, farmers, and outcasts. His message of compassion, mindfulness, and liberation transcended social and caste boundaries. He emphasized self-reliance, urging followers to test teachings against their own experience rather than blindly accept them. Throughout his life, the Buddha demonstrated profound compassion and wisdom. He comforted Kisagotmi, a grieving mother, by showing her the universality of death. He transformed Angulimala, a ruthless bandit, into a devoted monk through kindness and guidance. The Buddha's teachings rejected the rigid caste system and upheld the equality of all beings. One of his most famous teachings, the Kalam Sutta, advised people to seek truth through personal experience and reason rather than authority or tradition. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with my latest content.